Welcome back to the Webby O'Neill channel. This is the match preview, West Ham versus Manchester United. Plenty to discuss in today's video, Reds, so make sure you give your own opinions in the comment section below. Can Manchester United get back-to-back Premier League wins? That's the big one.
Well, it is the big one. What a big lift that'd give us all. You look at it, 12th at the moment, possible 7th, 8th with a win. What a big lift.
Big lift. We've been saying ever since the international break.
In the league, we've got to get out of this situation. If we don't get out of this situation, then it's going to be dire, and we don't want that. I think United are good enough to climb the table, good enough to go to West Ham, good enough to play the other teams and beat them. Doesn't matter who they are. We've got home games coming after the West Ham, and I think the 3 points are vital. We have to get. There's no excuses here. I'll tell you what, Kieron, absolutely no excuses. 3 points is a must.
We've actually found it hard, though, in the last couple of games at West Ham. We've actually been beaten. We need to put that right, don't we? we need to put that right.
It's got to be put right. You look at everything, right? People talk about pressure and everything else like that. Yeah, there is a pressure. There's always a pressure on Man United. Every game there's a pressure on. Obviously, from the other night, people putting pressure on wasn't acceptable. Some people think it was decent, European game. But hey, look, there's pressure on this game. But there's pressure on West Ham as well. That manager, since he's got in there, slowly but surely, the pressure from the fans, the West Ham fans, they've been piling on him, right? The media are piling on him, and they're going to turn on him, probably turn against Erik ten Hag if it goes the other way. But when people talk about sacking managers, West Ham, their manager, he is under massive pressure. So I think United are playing him at the right time, to be honest. They've got certain injuries and that, like most teams have got injuries.
Got Bruno Fernandes coming back in as the number 10 in the midfield area. Who's he going to go with? For me, I actually think he's going to drop Agate. I hope I'm wrong, but I hope he starts this game, and I'd be happy with Agate and Eriksen in that midfield area.
Yeah, you look at Ugarte in the summer, chased him all summer and that, and I've been critical about not starting him, not giving him game time and that. And I did say the other night, he must play against Fenerbahce. I thought it'd be perfect for him, and for an hour it was. There's no point not giving him a start here. It doesn't make sense to me. Once he's in, he's in. It's all about removing him, Kieron. It's people putting in other performances. Well, that performance against Fenerbahce, for me, that says he's in. But I listened to Ten Hag yesterday, and I don't like what I was hearing about him, about Ugarte. He didn't seem confident, as though like he was supporting Ugarte. Bad press conference by Erik ten Hag. And I'm worried about Ugarte, but he deserves to be in there. You don't spend all summer, spend that money, play him, and then just not play him. Doesn't make sense to me. So Ugarte's got to start. Whoever he puts next to him, I think he'll be able.
Yeah, strange one. Chasing him all summer. Actually had to sell Scott McTominay just to bring Agate in. And, you know, we've heard the reasons why in the last 2 to 3 weeks why Erik ten Hag has not been starting Agate, that he needs to get up to speed and used to his other teammates in the style that they want to play. But enough's enough now. He's been on international duty. He's played lots of minutes for Uruguay. He played against Fenerbahce, and for me, it was a good, solid display, and one that I think he will build on if he was to start in this game. I think it's a perfect time for him to start as well in the Premier League. And like I say, for me, Agate and Eriksen with Bruno in the 10, I would be happy with that starting 11. But up top, surely Højlund comes back in to start.
Højlund has to start. He's the centre forward. Listen, whatever Xerxes doing isn't doing it right. I think the pressure's got to him. The confidence is zapped out of him. He's had pressure from everywhere, the media, the fans, the lot. So he needs to be put to the bench. How they're going to use him, I don't know. Does he look like a centre forward? At this moment in time, he doesn't look like a centre forward, especially one what Man United needs. So Højlund is the centre forward. I'm just worried about what he's going to do on the wings.
Yeah, I agree with you at the moment. Xerxes doesn't look like that proven goal scorer that we actually need in the team to give Højlund that competition as well, week in, week out, to challenge him. And on the wings, you've got Rashford, Garnacho. I think that's what he'll go with. You know, you've seen the other night against Fenerbahce, he even decided to bring Anthony on before Ahmad. I'm not too sure what's going on there. He did talk about Anthony as though he's been doing well in training, whereas me, and just my opinion this, I think it's a thinly veiled dig at Ahmad, me personally, that he might not have been putting in the performances
right.
in training, and he's chose to do it from a positive point of view about Anthony, because I don't understand why any player really, shouldn't be putting it in training. And if that is the case, where Ahmad's not been on his top levels, I can kind of understand that from Erik ten Hag.
Yeah.
I don't want any players around this club sulking that they've not been getting game time just in 1 or 2 games. You've got to still keep a consistency in training every single day, because that's where the challenges come from, and that's what then goes out onto the pitch on a weekend. So for me, I do think it'll start with Rashford and Garnacho like the other night. I just hope Højlund's up there, because I think we'll be a lot more of attacking threat with him in and around the box. And let's just hope the wide players, though, make the right decisions at the right times in getting the ball in, though, because that's just sometimes I'm critical of. They need to get that chin off the chest, look up and see where some of the players are, instead of just giving that final ball as a bit of a token ball.
Yeah, you look at the forwards and that, and not just the forwards. And I go back to what Onana said the other night after the game. We need to score and we need to win. He knows, he pointed it out. Lots of yous out there have pointed it out. We're not scoring the goals. We're getting in the areas, but then final passes, the execution and all that, has just sort of faded away in certain games. We scored a couple of goals against Brentford, but the thing is, we're not doing it on a consistent basis this season, and it has to start. At West Ham. I look at it, I think to myself, right, big game in Europe. That's how people look at it. Coming back, another away game. Going all the way to West Ham, preparation time, another away game. We went to Porto, away game facing Villa. So it's not been too kind, the fixture list for us, but there should be no problems here. Decent preparation. United flew straight into London, stayed in London after Fenerbahce, so that all the preparation, all the training is all done down there. And I think really there's no excuses, and there is no excuses. Got to put the ball in the net. No excuses from Ten Hag, no excuses from the players, and certainly no excuses from us, because we are demanding the 5. I'm demanding the 5 wins. I don't see any reason the next 5 games we shouldn't win, and we have to win. Being 12th and getting beat at West Ham puts us in a bad position going forward to the following league game, which is Chelsea. Obviously, we've got a League Cup game. So there's no excuses here. A rallying cry, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I want. I want you to get out there positive. I see all the signs. The signs are good. The signs are good. At the right time, I think we're catching West Ham, which can only benefit Man United.
But Man United, any other team, have got no given right to actually win every single game. But on paper, and what we've been seeing this season, Manchester United fans, let's face it, are demanding improvement, especially in the performances. It's no good just seeing 20, 25 minutes in the second half against Brentford. We want to see that same tempo, that same enthusiasm, that same quality that we did see with a couple of goals from the minute 1 till the 90th minute. We can't do it all game, but we want to see large parts of that. And for me, when I'm looking at the back four going into this game, I hope Johnny Evans is fit and makes it, because I'd like to see a back four of Mazraoui at right back, De Ligt and Evans with Martinez at left back. If you've got a difference of opinion, please get it in the chat. But for me, that back four, I think that's strong enough to get the job done as well defensively and keep West Ham out. And Arno in some great form this season, making some really, really important saves for the club. And that's a real confidence booster for me going into this game as well. Let's just hope we can push 5 or 10 yards further up the pitch as well, instead of sitting back nearer less on our 18-yard box. The further Manchester United push up, the quicker the tempo seems to be in them attacking areas. Now, we could sit here all day long, point this player out, that player out, tactical madness, all that sort of stuff, but it just comes down to a simple point. We demand the 3 points. We need to see improvement, and that's me for today.
Yeah, I can't even give a score on this, and I am demanding a win. It's what we need. We have to win, and we have to start winning. We've had a stop-start season, international break, one's coming up, we've got a few games to play, so we have to put it in on this little break, what's coming up in November. We have to get the wins. So what we're doing, positive, Man United win, can't give you the score. I'm not too sure about Kieron's pick on the team, but hey, everyone's got opinions on it.
Yeah, please get it in the chat. Like I say, we're demanding the 3 points for this one. And the fan base, I feel that need it. You know, the match-going fan base, the online fan base, every Manchester United fan out there, we need that win, and it'd be great to see an overall good performance from the team on Sunday. I'm hoping for it. Whether we'll get it, time will only tell. But we'll be straight back after the game with a match reaction. So please get that notification on, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining us, everyone. And don't forget to smash that like button. Much appreciated.